What is up guys, how is it going, and welcome back to the channel. Now, today's video I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to sit here and just basically talk to you guys. Something that I don't do enough of is talk about how I'm feeling about things, and I wanted to really with this video give some sort of motivation and positive speaking to try and help if you are struggling during this time, because it is completely normal and fine to feel a bit all over the place. You know, we're very much confined to a small space and, you know, we can lose our mind. It's very normal to do that. I've struggled with a lot of different things. I've been unhappy for quite a while, just with like my mental health, my thoughts, and just like how I feel with YouTube. I've struggled with my weight. I've struggled to just like get motivated. And there's a variety of different things that have really helped me combat these issues and make me feel really positive. And I basically wanted to share all of the things that I've kind of been doing recently that have made me feel better than ever. So just to say, in no way, shape or form is any of this sponsored. Also, as well, this is in no particular order. So take little bits that you feel are relevant for you, and other bits, if they're not relevant for you, then they're not relevant for you. So one of the things I found myself doing a lot, and I had to change, was I would wake up every single day and I'd come in this office and I wouldn't really leave this office until the evening. I would be stuck staring at the screen, and it massively affected my creativity. It made me unhappy, and I just made up these rules in my head that I had to just sit in here, which is crazy. It was my own rule, but it was mad, and it started to make me unhappy, and I didn't understand why I was feeling unmotivated, and that, you know, I felt like it was hard to just pick up a camera and start filming. I wasn't wanting to film, and with, you know, this thankfully and luckily being my job, I have to film, I have to do videos constantly, and I have to motivate myself as much as possible. So I decided to switch things up. I was like, look, I don't have to just confine myself to this room. I actually, when I wake up in the morning, I need to do something else than get going into like this work mode straight away, because I was rushing things. I was trying to get things done in a very short amount of time, whereas some of the time, you know, things needed a lot of thought. And especially being, you know, isolated and quarantined at the moment, I've had so much time to think and evaluate what's important, what's not important, and where I should really, really dedicate my time. One thing that has really helped me is meditating in the morning. I use an app called Headspace. I have worked with them previously in a sponsored video, but this is not sponsored. I've been using them for a while, and it's a really great way to start the day, to meditate and almost like evaluate what you need to do and what you want to get out of the day. It's made me have a much clearer thought process, because rather than waking up, you know, maybe not even eating my breakfast, you know, not fully waking up, I'd be sat at a screen, my eyes would feel horrible. And it's like anything, screens are, you know, they're good. Obviously everyone has to work, you know, play video games, whatever, but you have to limit it, because if you're just stuck at a screen, you're gonna go insane. So with Headspace, there are basic sessions, there's intermediate sessions, and you can kind of choose the amount of time you wanna do it for. I normally, for me, I feel good after like a 3 to 5 minute, just breathing in and out, just like focusing on my breath and letting my mind wander and then coming back to my breath again. It helps me out a lot, and I feel like it puts me in the best frame of mind to start the day. It also is a really good app for sleeping. They play some like really nice like sleepy music that if you're having struggle sleeping, I find it actually helps quite a lot with that as well. My next thing is exercising. I cannot stress enough how important exercising is. I've had such a battle with exercising and being unhappy with my weight for like many, many years. I used to be super, super fit and healthy when I was younger. I used to compete in badminton tournaments all over the country, and it's a very strenuous, intense sport, and I was in such good shape. And then when I moved to London, my eyes were opened to fast food, takeaways, and then now my channel has slowly started, you know, developing into like a lot of crazy food series. But I do have to be careful with it, because if I eat a lot of unhealthy foods, it makes me really unmotivated, and it makes me not want to get up and exercise. I'm someone that, like, you know, I'm incredibly fortunate that that, you know, I have a gym where I live and I have a couple of different like home workout things, but even just like body weight exercises is really good. I love apps because I feel like they give you the gratification of completing something. If you just say, right, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna do 3 minutes of meditating, or I'm gonna do 50 push-ups, that's fine. But for me personally, I then don't have anything to like show for that. And what I'm talking about with a lot of these things that have helped me is all kind of app-based stuff, because it feels like an achievement once you've done it. I always struggled with knowing what to do with exercises. You know, I'd go for a half an hour run, but then I'd be like, okay, well, I've done a run now. Like, I don't really like want to do anything else. But I discovered this app, and it is, honestly, it is really, really good. Now, the app that I use is called Fitboard, and basically what it does is it generates new workouts for you based on what you've basically existingly worked out on your body. So if you say it generated a leg workout for that day, then the next day it would generate, you know, an arm workout, or it would basically exclude the muscle group that you basically worked out on. So for example, here we have, you know, it was 1 day since my last workout. For the last couple of days, I haven't actually used this app because I've been running and it doesn't track, you know, outdoor running. But we can see here that it's been 1 day since I did a last workout. I've got 6 fresh muscle groups. So on this as well, if you click workout, it will generate a new workout for you. So for here it says hamstrings, glutes, chest, and lower back. And for me, like, I need someone or something to tell me what to do when I'm working out. And this is honestly perfect. So for example, we've got rowing. So it suggested an exercise of rowing for 1 set. Okay, we can either delete that, or we can go down and actually replace it. And we could do cycling, or, you know, running on the treadmill. In the gym, I normally will do like a 25-minute run, and then I'll complete everything else. Then if we go down, we've got a 3 exercise circuit. So step ups, incline push up, and rotation push up. Now, if we select that, it says five reps per leg. And you basically go through, if you're gonna add extra weight, you can add extra weight. Let's just do this, okay? So we'll click start workout. So we'll do those 5 per leg. We've logged that. And that is the gratification of, once you've done it, you click log, and it will go then to the next exercise. And then once we then do the 3rd exercise, you then rest for a minute. So you've then got a timer counting down your resting phase. And I think that's incredibly important. Because sometimes if I go in the gym, I'll do like a couple of arm curls, and then I'll sit there for about 10 minutes on my phone, or like I'll just get distracted. And I need that to be like, right, I've got 45 seconds left, then I go again. If we scroll down to the bottom, we can see like a little video. We can replace it to say if we really hate that one particular exercise. We've got loads of other exercises that will, you know, work that same kind of group, or it will work on a completely different group of your body. So we can see from my other workouts, so say Wednesday, so I did, you know, 15 burpees, 24 tuck jumps, 30 mountain climbers, walking lunge, flutter kicks, jackknife sit-ups, and I now have a report of what I've done, and I feel really like excited about doing that. And then the next workout you do, it will increase the reps, it will try and increase the weight, so it'll push you and push you and push you. So as you can see now, it's generated a new workout, and we can see now from the recovery, because we did that workout, we can see the chest is a little bit sore, so it's gonna exclude that from the workout. Honestly, if you need help doing exercises, this is really, really helpful. And I'm sure there are other apps out there. I'm not just being biased to one, but this is what I use. And these are all the things that I've used to help me. So the next thing is eating healthy. As I said before, I've had different relationships with food. I've gone gorging takeaways and just being really unhealthy. And then I'd be super, super healthy. And it just like, I was going from one extreme to the other. And one of the things that I really wanted to learn, which I just kept putting off for so long, was learning how to cook. I didn't want to like go to a cooking school or really like watch tutorials. I just found it hard, and it would then mean I've got to watch the tutorial first, then I've got to go to the shops, I've got to get exactly what I need, and then I might not have that product because I missed out on the receipt. And I was just like, you know what, this is not gonna help me. And then I discovered HelloFresh. HelloFresh is an incredible service. There's other food services as well, where basically every single week you pick a menu of foods that you want, and they will send you those exact ingredients that you need to cook that meal. So there's no waste of foods. You're not buying, you know, too much of something. You're literally having those exact foods. And it's actually surprisingly very good on price. I would probably normally spend more if I went to the shops, because I'd be buying probably more product than I actually need, and then I would probably eat more and just consume more. They send you the foods, and they also then send the recipe, and it is so easy to follow. And from this, I think I've cooked hundreds of meals from this service now, and I now am making really nice meals on my own, or if we've got things left in the fridge, I'm literally using leftovers to create a really nice meal because I know what flavors and things go together. Whereas if you asked me this a year or two ago, I would have no idea. I'd just be like, I don't know, we might as well order pizza because I just have no idea how to cook. But how this is that you view your menu. So for example, they're hand picking the order at the moment. We've picked the cheeseburger. Okay, not so healthy, but at least you know what's going into it and you can limit it. We've then got a mango chicken wraps. They are beautiful. 35 minutes to cook, under 600 calories. And then we've got fried bean and mushroom tacos. Evie and I both use this. So we normally, we always cook together and then, we split up the meal. So the chicken and sweet corn pie, for example, you've got the preparation time, the exact ingredients. So this is exactly what you've got in your bag, and there'll be a number on your bag. You've got the nutrition, you've got utensils that you'll need, and then start cooking. So it will literally say how to do it. Boil the pan. Right, you've done that. You can click that and it starts a timer. It's just so easy, and it's like the working out thing. You get that gratification of like moving on to the next step, and I personally just work so well off of that. It's like mini micro achievements, and if you're someone that loves gaming and gets obsessed with gaming, it's exactly that thing. You unlock a new skin for your weapon, all of a sudden you think you've conquered the world because you've unlocked something, but no, it's just a micro achievement that gets you more and more addicted and wants you to do it more and more and more. And that's how I feel some of these apps work for me. It just worked really well. So we've got the exercising, we've got the healthy eating. There's also another thing that I have used. I use it sometimes here and there. It depends how like strict I want to be, but it's an app called Lose It, and it's an amazing app for tracking all of your foods and calories. And if you want to put your body in a calorie deficit and you want to lose some weight, it is literally perfect for that, and it's so easy to use. So we're going to use 16th of April as an example. So this is the Lose It app. So you can see from here, I've added a breakfast. It was an almond milk with a yogurt, and I basically created my own breakfast and added all the calories to it. The same I did with the lunch. But for dinner, it was chicken breasts, and all I did, I literally scanned the barcode of the chicken breasts and it imported all of the data in. And that's what's so clever. They do it with loads of different shops and food restaurants as well. So if you went to Nando's and you got the chicken breast, you could literally type in Nando's chicken breast and it would pull all that information. So for here, we got the chicken breast, ginger, there's the grams, we've got all of the information of that food there, and we've added it in. We've added a snack, had a little dairy milk Freddo, couldn't help myself. And then we've also got a calorie bonus as well. So the more you exercise, it will actually then increase like how much you can eat by a little bit. It's a really great way of tracking things. If I just show you how it's done, so let's go on lunch, for example. These are the lunch foods, these are recent meals, and you could just type in, so let's just type in Nando's here. So you've got peri-salted chips, the chicken wrap, chicken thighs, and with this, it's a great way to really be conscious of what you're eating. You see a chocolate bar, you think, I have a chocolate bar. That might be like 500-600 calories, which is a whole big meal in one small chocolate bar. And that's something that I really realized. I was like, that is crazy that I'm so unaware of the calories in what I'm eating. And if I just adjust it slightly and become a bit more aware, I can change things. So I've also got my goals on here as well. So I have a smart scale that basically every morning it records my weight, sends it to my phone, and I'm actually doing really well at the moment. I am weighing today 94.4 kg. Just to put it into perspective, in November I weighed 103 kg and I was incredibly unhappy with my weight and just like my mental health. I've still got a way to go. I want to get down to like 85 kg. That's like my goal. But I'm really proud of myself, and I feel like I'm doing really well from this, and this is another app that's helped me massively. So this is the Nokia scale. It's pretty expensive for a scale, but I wanted to invest in it because I want to be using it every single day. It just does a really good job of tracking your whole body and your weight and the progression, and it syncs to your phone. So as you can see from this, I weighed myself today. I weighed in 94.4 kg. We can click on that and we can actually then see the trend of my weight. So we can see we were on a really good sort of downhill spiral at the moment, which is great. And it says, in 2020, I've lost 5.6 kg. But you can see I went up and then I've slowly gone up. I then went down a bit and then I went up quite a bit, actually more than I've ever gone up. Kind of leveled out a bit, and now I'm on a good downward spiral. So I can see that trend. I can also see the body fat trend. Again, that's kind of been like up, down, kind of leveled off, and now we're in a good sort of downward spiral. I don't know how accurate it is for like your muscle mass, your bone mass, your body water, and your BMI. I really mainly focus on sort of the weight section, but it has those other things that you can track as well. It's just being mindful, you know, if you've had a little bit of a dodgy week and you've eaten a load of rubbish, you know, by weighing yourself every single day, hopefully it will put you on track quicker rather than letting yourself go a whole week of eating unhealthy and then weighing yourself again. And that's what I also found that I was doing as well. I'd weigh myself, but then if I knew I was being a bit naughty with food, I'd then just not weigh it. But then all that's really doing is just sort of putting me back a bit and putting my goals farther sort of out of reach. The next thing is a smartwatch. Now, smartwatches, they can be quite expensive. There are some cheaper options. I've tried a couple of different ones. I tried like the first Fitbits that came out. I've used the Huawei watch. I've used the Apple Watch, different generations of that. I got on really, really well with the Fitbit, loved the Fitbit, and it was just really slim on my wrist. And the thing that I loved about it is I could wear it at night as well. It would track my sleep pattern, and also I wouldn't need to charge it like every single day. I've now upgraded to the Apple Watch because for me personally, I love getting like notifications. I love like seeing things on my watch and not always looking at my phone. But it's great for tracking like your running, any kind of workouts you do, track it, it goes straight into your phone, and then all these other apps work on that basis. So like Fitboard and Lose It, they all bring your calories that you've burned into it. So you just get such a more like updated activity of what you're doing and what's going on. So this is the history of my Apple Watch. So let's have a look at yesterday, for example. I did 712 moving calories out of 850, so I didn't reach that target. I did 35 minutes of exercise, so I did that. The standing basically tracks how much you've stood up. So if there's an hour where you've just sat down for that whole complete hour, you then wouldn't do that. But yesterday, I did that. I did 7,394 steps, distance 4.1 miles, and from this as well, it tracked everything. So I did like a little run, and then I tracked a bit of a walk as well, and from that we can literally see all the details. So 20 minutes, 1.3 miles, total calories were 211, the average heartbeat was 140, and I just love this information. This information drives me to do more, and you've got your workouts as well. So these are all different workouts, 19 different workouts that I did for April. And then you get little awards as well, and there's trends as well. So yeah, I think, you know, tracking calories and stuff is a really important way, and the tech that we have nowadays is only going to get better and better. And I think it's really encouraging once you get into it and then you become like obsessed with it. That's a good thing to want to be exercising and being healthy. Something that also makes me feel good when I'm exercising is treating yourself occasionally to, you know, a new gym top or shorts, or being comfortable in clothes is a really like important thing. And I've gone through phases where I've worn like the same top for the whole week. Yes, that's gross, I know. And it's made me feel really crap. But now I'm trying to wake up, you know, have a shower straight away, do my hair. I know the barnet is awful, please ignore it. But put on clothes that I feel really comfortable and confident in. Sometimes I'll treat myself to a new t-shirt, and then I'll be like, oh, I really want to go to the gym, wear this new t-shirt. And when you're looking at the mirror when you're working out, you're feeling good. You're feeling good. And that's what it's all about, is feeling really positive and comfortable and motivated. So something I've really recently been doing is an app called Fastit. This app is a really cool app that basically tracks your fasting. Now, intermittent fasting is recognized for a good way of losing body fat, because basically what you're doing, you're not eating for a 16-hour period. So my last meal will be at 8 p.m. at night, and then I will then be able to eat at 11 a.m. the next day. And what that basically does, it puts your body into a state of like, oh my God, I don't have any energy. What am I gonna do? Okay, well, I'm gonna take these fat cells from your body and I'm gonna eat up them. And what it basically does is an amazing way that you don't have to like do any crazy exercise. You don't have to like be so strenuous and strict on what you're eating as such. Obviously, diet is really important, but basically it is a good way to lose fat and burn fat from your body by just following a fasting routine. So this is the app. I had my first meal today at 11:48 a.m. I have until 8 p.m. today, and then after 8 p.m. I'll click start fasting, and I won't be able to eat till tomorrow at 11 a.m. And again, it's an app, and I love the apps because you can track things, you get rewards for things, and it makes you feel good. So for example, if I click up here, I've got a fasting streak of 6. I've fasted for 6 days, 16 hours in that day, I haven't eaten at all. We always overconsume. We eat way more than what we should be eating. So for this, I actually feel like I have so much more energy, and I'm burning away fat while I do it. You can add buddies as well, so you can add friends and see how they're getting on, which I think is a really cool feature. And you've got little achievements and things that you can learn. So here you have like a lesson every single day. It just gives you some like motivation, asks how you are. So when you start fasting, it basically updates you on what your body's doing. So when you start fasting, the first 3 hours, your blood sugar levels rises, and then it drops. It then settles down. You then start burning the fat. After 11 hours, you start burning the fat in your body. It's just really nice education. It's a great app, and it's something that I can track. And again, it's that kind of micro achievements of doing it and being able to track it. I hope this is making sense and I'm not rambling too much. Another app that I've been using is an app called I Am Sober. It's a great app for if you have, it can be serious addictions, or it can be things like, if you drink too much coffee, or you don't want to, drink any alcohol for a bit. And it's a way of tracking when you last had that and how long you've been without that for. I think this period while we're all inside is an amazing way that if you do have an addiction or you do have something that you want to cut down on, it's a great way to track that and be mindful of it as well. It has features like you can track how much you would have spent. So, you spend £10 a day on coffee, then it will tell you how much you would have saved in that week or in that year or in that month of how long you haven't drunk coffee for, how much you've actually saved, and you realize then you're like, oh my God, I was spending that much on coffee, that's ridiculous. But it has loads of different addiction levels, so if it is something that you're struggling with, or it is something that you're wanting to cut down on certain things, it could just be even sugar, it could be just sweets, that you don't want to eat sweets for like a month or 2 months or whatever, you can then track that. And if you buy sweets, you spend £1 every day, well then, after a month you spent £30, and it's just being mindful of then where that money's going and how you can improve that. So I've done a little bit of a test here to show you guys. So I've selected social media. Social media is my addiction. I've been social media free for 1 minute and 18 seconds, and there's so many different things that you can choose from if you want to reduce or cut down on. So you can earn a milestone, so day 1 you'll reach that in 23 hours. I also said that I spend £1 a day on social media. That could be if you're playing a really addictive app on your phone and you're spending that money. You can then write why you want to stay social media free. I've just written here because I need a break. Sometimes social media can just get really into your head and cause a lot of problems. Yeah, I just think it's a good app for helping you track things that you want to stop or want to cut down from. And again, it's that micro achievements of doing something and being able to track it. So, motivation. I use Google Calendar every single day to track important things that I need to do, whether that's meetings, whether that's a call, whether that's videos I have to upload. It's so important. I honestly cannot stress this enough. It's so important to have a bit of a breakdown and an outline of what you want to do for the day. So at the end of today, for example, I will then think, I'll sit down for 5 minutes and be like, right, what do I want to do tomorrow? Or what do I need to do tomorrow? I'll then look at my calendar, see if there's anything else in there already. Okay, cool, I've got a call at 10:30. And it's in there and you don't then have to worry about it, because sometimes what I used to do is I wouldn't then track these things, and I'd miss out on calls or forget meetings, and I'd be like, why am I doing this? Why am I not remembering? Because we're human, we make mistakes, we can't remember everything. Creating tasks as well is such an important thing. I use a program called Mondays. I track my personal and my business tasks and things that I want to complete. And again, it's that thing of getting it out of your mind and making your mind clearer, but also tracking what needs to be done. So on my personal task, for example, I'll just have like a today's tasks and a future task. And it might be today's task is take out the rubbish. And it might be a future task, might be take clothes to the charity shop, or wash up the sink or clean the toilet. And again, it's just writing those things down so you don't have to remember it in your mind. You're not going crazy remembering all these different things, but you're also mindful, and then it's again that achievement of clicking done and it then being complete, and you know that you've then completed it. Now again, there are loads of different apps for this. A really good one is Google Tasks. It's a free app, and again with that, you tick things off and then it goes, and it is that achievement of finishing something. I'm using Mondays here. As you can see, there are different things that I've got. I've got take stuff to charity, I've got go through like camera equipment, I've got to use some credit that I have, and I want to finish a book. With this, for example, say if we go film new video, we add that there. You then know that you got to film the video. It's in your tasks. You always come back to your tasks. If you've got nothing to do, if you're bored or you want to remember something, you put it in here. And then what you do, okay, I've then filmed that video, or I'm working on it, or I'm stuck, or whatever. I'm done, I've filmed it, boom. That then, for me personally, gives me the satisfaction that I've completed something, and then that moves to the done section. And for me, I'm like, okay, well, I'm done now. I've got 4 more things in my personal task. I don't need to do them all today, but if I want to do 1 or 2 of them, then I can, and I get that satisfaction of ticking it off. And trust me, I don't know whether it's just me, but I really, really like apps to track everything in life. I feel like it just streamlines everything. And the last thing that I've been focusing on, and I feel has really helped and improved a lot of different things in my life, is taking vitamins regularly. You know, your vitamin D, your vitamin C, there are so many different vitamins that you can take out there, and I think regularly taking these things, it just helps our bodily function. Also CBD, I use CBD on a very regular basis. I use it in the morning, I use it in the evening, and it makes me feel level, it makes me feel focused, calm, relaxed, and just makes me balanced for the day. We as humans have deficiencies in certain areas, and you know, by taking vitamins or CBD, it can basically help you level out those deficiencies and make you feel just on a good level, and it adjusts. If you're imbalanced in an area, then it will make you feel balanced again. So I hope you guys have learned something and taken something away from this video. I wanted to make it for so long and just to talk about things that have helped me, and hopefully this will help some of you in some way or another. Even if it's just 1 point, I hope you have learned something today and you try something out. As I've said before, really try and use this period to better yourself, motivate yourself, and make you a better person. I believe in you. I know we can do this. Hopefully this won't last for much longer, and then we'll be out there, we'll be in the sun, we'll be enjoying ourselves, and everything will be back to normal. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, then please leave it on the comment section below. Give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on another video. I will see you guys very, very soon. See you later. Bye-bye.